Today is the strategic work session of the Chief of the National Defence Force. This strategic work session is very important to enable us to pursue strategic goals of the SANDF. The work session will assist the National Defence Force to enable to create environments and a greater course towards its journey to greatness. It is important to understand that these work sessions are very key to enable us to stay focused in the objective, as well as to create a conducive environment and enable our defense force to greater heights. So that is why it was felt important that such occasions periodically do take place, where our leaders are looking inwards and making sure that the future of the SANDF remains steadily growing. Yes, there are challenges. We all know that the defense budget has been cut over the period, but these discussions will enable us to unlock these challenges and to make sure that we are able to stay on course. Hence, these work sessions are very critical.
Code of Conduct for uniformed members of the South African National Defence Force. I pledge to serve and defend my country and its people in accordance with the Constitution and the law, with honour, dignity, courage and integrity.
This work session must be a tool that we use to build the South Defence Force. I pray for that wisdom to remain with us. Remove the us, remove our egos, remove our pride, remove the selfish us that makes us not to be able to be obedient and loyal to each other.
Chief, my assignment is as simple as the tasking that has been given. You have assigned the pride went into a retreat. We had to define our space, and within our space, we must clear that we had to define purpose. What is visible outside, what is visible inside, we had to respond to that assignment. Now, in doing so, Chief, we understand very well that having gathered here on your work session, with all the knowledgeable people, experts that are here, ours is to try our utmost best to transfer our skills, our knowledge into wisdom, and that wisdom to be translated into a course of action that will speak to a strategic end state that will be affirmed by the Chief of Staff and the planners at the end of the day. Mine is as simple as an assignment to officially welcome you on behalf of the Chief of the South African Defence Force.
I greet you this morning with a deep sense of respect, admiration and appreciation for your service, for your discipline and your resolute commitment to the cause of defending and protecting the people of South Africa. It is this collective that has a second responsibility to lead. And leading in protecting is a task that actually some take for granted. Indeed, it is also an honor and a privilege to be before you at this distinguished assembly. Reflects the completeness of the message that the chaplain had been articulating to us. For we are the custodians of South Africa's military excellence, and therefore we are the guardians of our national security. Let us seize this moment with vision, with unity and purpose. For if this indeed is the time for us to build, we don't only need the elements that the chaplain had listed in the form of the plan, the land, the building materials, the builders, as well as different experts that are required to be either architects or the inspectors. It is scary to realize that we are currently in August and there's still a lot that has to be done. So, it has been an interesting and a challenging journey thus far. But you have continued to show the resilience. We have had a number of robust discussions in trying to find solutions to challenges that we were facing. Yet, through resilience and focus, we have arrived at one of the most beautiful and special months in our national calendar. A month that had been dedicated to our mothers, the Women's Month. And this is not merely a time for commemoration, but a moment of profound reflection and heartfelt celebration of the remarkable women who continue to shape our defense force, our society, and our nation at large. We are amongst the few that had been contributors to the Beijing conference, and we are among the few that had influenced the United Nations effort towards gender parity. We reflect globally, and we see, as we stand today, that indeed we are trailblazers, and let's continue to be supportive and reflect on what we are doing in the empowerment of our women. Today, as we stand and sit here, we also look at what is happening globally, with issues that are affecting each and every living individual, and see the multilateral organs being undermined just post the elections in the United States of America. And thus the political environment and continuing assertion of power politics and transactional politics and transactional relations gives us doubts and questions in terms of the strategic competition that exists between the superpowers, and thus making the world to be a place that becomes more and more unpredictable, both in the political sphere and economic realms. In the past 3 months, the BRICS Plus alliance has accelerated its trajectory towards strategic multipolarity, with expanded cooperation in defense, technology, and economic resilience to position itself as a counterweight to traditional Western influence. And it is these fundamental values which I have outlined that will make this work session to be memorable, meaningful, and output oriented towards the goals of the South African National Defence Force. and let it be not only the seed, but a combination of the seed and those who are planting the seed for us to move towards greatness. So sowing the seeds of greatness lies in our hands. Thank you.
The work sessions like this one make somebody fire and hoping that we can carry the same spirit into our units. Hoping that when we come back next 3 months or so, we're not going to regurgitate those decisions that we have taken. So that brings me to one critical element, our statement that Chief of the National Defence Force has mentioned. A small token of appreciation goes a long way. Chief Amo, you have demonstrated a master at this one. You created this bond from day one. For the first time, I received a gift to a scarf. I don't know where the will that where it came from. And now you finish us off with this token of appreciation gift. So I would just like to emphasize that you've got a sense of how to make somebody feel special. Thank you, Chief of the company.
Once again, thanks very much for arranging this work session in the manner that you did. The arcade, when you come into this place, it resembles a military institution. The display speaks about our core business. That is our ability to defend and protect the people of South Africa. We really appreciate the effort that has been put in. Some might not realize that it's not for free to find that you find all those systems there. You spend the money that we don't have, but it is worthwhile because it gives the picture of who we are.
This collaboration marks a significant milestone for us in that it brings our aspirations to life. I think as an organization, we've always believed that Africa is our home and we thrive and grow. And with this collaboration agreement, we're embarking on a journey wherein not only will we play a part in terms of making sure that we partner with the SANDF in terms of national security, but it also plays a role in terms of making sure that we collaborate around stabilizing the country around financial inclusion. And that is something that we all believe in and we want to drive as liberty. And I would like to thank the SANDF for trusting us and for giving us this particular opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. I take it that social responsibility is not only an obligation to try and avert the taxation, but it is a gesture to try and be part of the solution to the people's problems.